Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came into...
The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years.
Yeah, but what do you mean by beta male?
A beta male is a male who look like a man but think like a woman, and that's you.
Why should your right to freedom of speech trump a trans person's right not to be offended?
Because in order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me in the pursuit of truth. Why should you have the right to do that? It's been rather uncomfortable.
I'm just trying to work that out. I mean,
Gotcha.
you have got me. I'm trying to work that through in my head.
The Justice Department has just indicted former President Donald Trump. 7 years. They hated him, they targeted him, they hunted him.
This is the epitome of the abuse of the prosecutorial power to preempt political decisions.
I never thought anything like this could happen in America.
Why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let him in.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
But now I know all too well I am a full-fledged, hardcore conservative, and I'm proud of it. I mean, my favorite saying is I was born black, not Democrat.
They want the Statue of Liberty back. So is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country.
We had a president that was grossly incompetent. You knew it, I knew it, and everybody knew it, but you guys didn't want to write it because you're fake news. Thank you. And by the way, ABC is one of the worst. I have to be honest with you. Thank you.
You're just being too...
ABC is one of the worst because you guys are fake news, baby. What is up, guys? What is going on? We got a couple things that just happened. And I am glad to be with you guys tonight. Was looking forward to it. Honestly, I had a lot going on today, but finally did it. It's 8:30 in Southern California. It's late. It's a nice evening stream. We're doing this together. And guess what? The new hats are in, dude. The new hats are in, baby. And I made a last minute switch up, but it's all good. You can see a couple of the hats. Let me see if I move out of the way this way. You got man, this mic doesn't pick it up, but you got the blacked out dark MAGA, and you got the red, and then you got the navy blue with the red. This in the camera looks more orange, but it's more darker red than it looks. But anyway, Min, what is happening? Boo Boo's boss, what's up? MP Rich, I don't know how to say your name. You gotta tell me how to say your name, bro. Oh, and another thing, I'm going with the red flag. I know we talked about it, but they made me both, and I looked at both of them. And I love, of course, I love the red, white, blue, but the red flag is right here. Look at this. It's actually pretty darn cool. Let me see if I can get a good. It's hard to get that color, man. I'm telling you, that color is just. Yeah, so it's all red out. It's navy blue and then all red stitching, red flag. I mean, and guys, it's really cool. It's the Trump MAGA hat. Same company, same manufacturer, same hat, exactly same everything. Even the same flag. This flag is the same MAGA flag that's on the side of Trump's hats, the MAGA hats. They used their actual, they do the stitching. It's not a patch. It's stitched on. It's actually really cool. This is the hat. So just so you could see this, look at this. And I was going to start a video, but I'm just excited about a lot of this stuff. This is, the MAGA hat, right? You could see here. I've done this 100 times. It's made in the USA. Sorry, was I even doing it right? This is the MAGA hat, right? With the flag on the side. And it's made in the USA, right? Right there. This is the company. I told you it's the highest quality hat I own. And that's why I got so excited about these. You can even see it says made in the USA on the back of this little plastic thing back here. You can't really see it, but even on the inside, it says it in here. You can see that right there. Anyway, this is the MAGA hat. This is the Rep America. This is my hat with red, white, blue flag on the side. You can see it's the exact same. It's the exact same flag. Same stitch, same everything. Let me fix that right there. There you go. You can see that now. So, anyway, that's it. And then this is the red. They're not for sale yet, so I'm not trying to sell them to you guys. I'm just showing you. I'm just excited. Okay, so I'm going to put them up on the site probably tomorrow or the day after. Min says, really like the one you're wearing. Min, if you see it in person, you will love this one. Miss Medication is in love. The navy blue with red is really cool. And again, I'll tell you this, to me, when I look at this, I don't know how it looks on your screen, but to me, this looks lighter than what it is in real person. In real person, this is a little bit darker red. It's not like dark red, but it's a little bit darker. It's like an actual red. And slightly darker than it's darker than it looks. Random, what's up, buddy? Yes, I went with the darker I went with the red. Dude, so they gave me both. They gave me this one and they gave me the one I'm wearing. Let me go like this. They gave me the one I'm wearing, and if you look, this is how, I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, right there. Again, it doesn't look cool in the pictures. It doesn't look cool, like in the video as much as it looks as cool as it looks in person. I saw they gave me this one and they made both of them for me. They made both. And you could see the red out. Let me get down here a little lower. You could see they made both. So these are exactly the same, navy blue with the red. And then it just hits so hard with the red. So I put the order for the red. Down the line, if we decide, this one, we want to make this one too, we will. But for now, we'll go with the red. Red out. Yeah, you got to get your internet situated. Yeah, the navy blue on the red one is the best. Yeah, it's so good. The navy blue on the red is beautiful. It looks so freaking cool, this navy blue with the red. Super happy because that's the color for the Rep America brand. So that all the branding is the same color and everything. If I move this, watch, if I move this, you could see that right there right away. See that? That's the red with the navy. So it really pops. It really looks good. Super happy about it. I'm really excited, and I'll get pictures and I'll get all this stuff going. But I ordered, this is what I ordered. I ordered this navy blue with the red flag, and then I ordered dark MAGA like you see right here behind me, and also the red right there. And then I also got a new little I've had this, but I just connected it and dialed this in. Check this out. Check this out real quick. Watch this. Ready for this? Watch this. And we're going to get, they just got the brown shooter. They just got the, we have Donald Trump reclassifying cannabis. We got a couple things we're going to talk. We're having a little fun. Even though you guys have probably seen some stuff, doesn't matter. We're doing it together. So here we go. But check out this. Let me see if I can drop this in here. How can I do this? Can I go? Yes, I can go like this. Okay. All right. So if you look up here, there's the two hats that are behind me. And this camera, I have it set up in a way. Well, let me see if it lets me do this. Watch this. So there's Sherby hiding behind the bushes. Let me see if I can bug him. What are you doing, bro? Come on out, dude. What are you doing, bro? I mean, you guys may like it or not, but I put little baby Guppy in there, and I mean, that's his lunch or dinner at some point. But there's a baby Guppy up top. So we got that going on. I'm having a hat attack. I am. Well, you know, this is a lot of stuff that was like in the works, and believe me, even though this has come to a head and is now finally, I got, you know, to my mock-ups and my samples, and I got everything dialed in. I put the order in. It's all finally done. I have way more other things that are in the works right now, and it's just so much going on. It's just exciting when some of these things, you know, get completed. I got tasks, I got plans, I journal, I write down, I work my way towards these things, and it's just such a nice feeling to finally get to these things. So yeah, I'm hatted out right now. I'm having a hat attack. So there's Sherby, but check this out. I got it set up to where I can go like this. And now here's the Guppy tank. And if you want to see some of the baby, I know the poor Guppy, but check it out. Some of the babies that I feed him once in a while. I got this little zoom in. So it zooms in a little more. You can see the guppies in there and the babies. You know, all good, man. No sweat, guys. Or I don't know who you guys are talking to. Maybe talking to each other. But I got this one, and then we also have. We got Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan podcast. And we got back to the hats. Yeah. So anyway, we got a couple things going on, having a little fun with it. And let's jump in and watch and see what the hell just happened, because they made a mess out of this thing.
Tonight, our Providence neighbors can finally breathe a little easier. In a minute, Colonel Perez will share the latest details on the investigation, but I want to thank the people of Providence for stepping up and coming together during an extraordinarily difficult time. I know this has been hard on all of us. Over the past 5 days, minutes have felt like hours. But the people of Providence have done what we're best at.
Thanks, MP. I love naturally planted tanks, and they're phenomenal. Super fun, really exciting, and I love these tanks like that. They're both naturally
We've leaned
planted.
on one another, come together, and supported one another, and showed the nation what a tight-knit community looks like. It was because of the information provided to us by neighbors and the tireless work of our Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the FBI, the ATF, and many other federal partners. The incredible prosecutorial advice and guidance that we received from the Attorney General's office. We all worked well together to be able to identify this suspect. I know we will have a lot of questions still, and we will continue to.
These guys were an absolute joke when they were doing their press releases and they were talking about everything, and they dropped the ball. They caught the wrong guy. Then they missed the ball on the right guy and all this stuff. So, you know, glad they actually did finally find this guy. This is crazy.
To work.
And I haven't seen this. I'm watching this with you guys.
To get those answers. But it is a great honor for me to turn this over to our Chief of Police, Colonel Oscar Perez, and I will say on behalf of the people of Providence, we owe him and every member of the Providence Police Department the deepest debt of gratitude. Colonel?
Man, a natural pool with real fish would be sick.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Well, first and foremost, I want to offer my deepest condolences to the families, the victims. It was for them that this work was put together to make sure that they get the justice that they deserve and to ensure that this person was held accountable. Second thing I'll tell you is that I'm extremely proud of this department, actually the officers, the detectives, the real-time crime center, the community response team, the intelligence division, the narcotics division, the task force. This past Saturday, as you all know, December 13, Providence Police Department and Brown University Police Department responded to this horrific tragedy at Brown University 184 Hope. Our officers were there within minutes. That same day, Providence police detectives immediately went to work. Immediately went to work, looking for video footage to see who this individual was and who was responsible. A person of interest was identified from that video footage. The person of interest was observed down Hope Street, turning onto Waterman Street, and that was one of the first videos that we released. At the same time, every federal agency you can think of was reaching out to the Providence Police Department and responded to the capital city. Images were shared with media within hours. Persons of interest it was the same individual that has been the focus of this investigation since the beginning. All the new images that we received of this person of interest were shared with the media continuously over the past 6 days. This critical evidence was collected with the use of public assistance. As the mayor stated, I'm proud to be the chief of police of this city. I'm proud to be a product of this city for the reasons that the mayor stated. The community stepped up. It was all about groundwork, public assistance, interviews of individuals, and good old-fashioned policing. That is the type of police work that every police officer in this nation reminds themselves of, and that many do not understand. And that is critically important and often succeeds where technology alone cannot. We looked at financial records, we looked at video footages.
I'm down, random.
And in the specific incident, it was actually a video that provided us with a description of a vehicle. That was corroborated through a tip that was received through the tip center. That room was packed with detectives, agents receiving calls on a daily basis. We started early and left late.
Let it fly, bro.
And Flock and the LPR was able to provide us with this description of this vehicle. That vehicle was picked up by Flock, which led us to a car rental place in Massachusetts. Through that, the agents and their work as well were able to get us footage of this individual, as well as a copy of the agreement, which provided his real name. The video of that subject matched the description of that person of interest that this police department was desperate to put handcuffs on. That individual was identified as Claudio Neves Valenti, date of birth, and he was a 48-year-old man. He was a Brown student, he was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida. And I will tell you that he took his own life tonight. We have members of the Providence Police Department up in Salem, New Hampshire, and we also have the BCI unit. Obviously, the FBI and their evidence recovery unit is up there, so the process is being conducted as we speak. And it goes without saying that I would like to personally thank the efforts again of the Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the Rhode Island Attorney General, the FBI, the ATF, HSI, the U.S. Marshals, IRS, DEA, Secret Service.
I agree with Glenn Rankin in the chat saying they handled this horribly. I agree with that. And not just because a bunch of news outlets said that, but it just, everything that they did was just wrong, dude. But curious what you mean by he is rewriting history.
And NCIS. There is no way that we could have done this by ourselves. And this nation, when horrific incidents like this happen.
Wu-Tan, Wu-Tan says he's finally back to the channel. The algorithm corrected itself. Bro, you gotta subscribe, dog. Let's go, baby. Hit that button.
Law enforcement steps up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel. General Arona.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. You know, I would describe the emotions on the investigative team, including our prosecutors and the agents, detectives.
Thank you to Tamara. I've been talking about the hats at the beginning of this thing. I drove these guys nuts how much I talked about these hats. And I got 2 more colors in the back, so I'm going to show you those too. Those are pretty good. I'll put that
from
on
both state police, Providence, is mixed.
Those 2 right there.
You know, there is a sense of completeness in terms of the investigation, and investigation that's, if not the hardest, among the handful of hardest investigations that I've ever been involved with. And the sense that we owed those 2 dead Brown students and the 9 injured Brown students and the students who were in that auditorium that weren't injured, and the Brown community and the Providence community results. The teams worked really hard. I think I mentioned that to you almost every night that we met with you. I wish they were all up here with us. That we wouldn't fit here, but it was remarkable to see the cooperation between the FBI agents, the ATF agents, the HSI agents, the Providence police detectives, the state police detectives, our prosecutors.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Adam Frazier, love you, bro. Thank you for that. The hats are going to be on sale most likely tomorrow. So I got the 2 you see there, and then, oh, you can't even see the one I'm wearing. And then the one I'm wearing here. So these 3 will be on sale tomorrow. They come to me. They'll be in my hands in about 2 weeks. So they'll ship out within 2 to 3 weeks.
And I will say that everybody brought a certain
And then, by the way, random, we looked it up. I looked it up even more. This one with the red out flag, all red flag like that. Let's see if I can take this off. That means like country is in distress and that, we need help. And I figured, that's kind of fitting for this podcast, for this show, for this live stream. We're out here talking about how we can make our country better, and we're in distress. We went through a massive invasion for 4 years, guys, and now we're getting our country back. So this red flag on the side of the hat is actually very fitting, in my opinion.
Expertise to the table, but it is.
Yes, they are made in America, bro. So here's the hat. Here's the hat, right? And here, bro. Where is it at? There you go. I think that was a whole thing right there, but there you go. Made in USA, baby. Made in USA. And then they also say it in here. They also have a made in USA right there on that plastic part. Everything's. These are the highest quality hats that I've ever had in my life. I've never had hats this nice. What invasion, hustle, motivate? The invasion of the last 4 years of the Biden administration, that invasion. The illegal invasion. Exactly. Exactly, bro. That invasion.
Nevertheless, a sad moment when you think about those young people who were hurt.
Random, you asked for it, bro. You got it.
Injured or worse. Two of them are now deceased. You know, to me, this was always going to be an investigation where something was going to break it open. We were going to pull threads. We were going to gather evidence that would lead us in a particular direction. And I will say that if we were with you less than, well, I guess now more than 24 hours ago, we had that picture of that second individual. And I would say within an hour.
USA got invaded, bro. USA, we got invaded.
No more than 2. I think it was under an hour. That person came forward to 2 Providence police officers over on the east side and said he had information, that he was that person, and he had information that could help this case. And I remember last night watching his interview, and he blew this case right open. He blew it open. And that's how these cases sometimes go. You can feel like you're not making a lot of progress. You can feel like you're chasing leads and they don't work out. But the team keeps...
we do have a blue hair and a green hair invasion, pink hair invasion. You know, we have we have all kinds of shit going on that we need help. That's why it's very fitting, and that's why we're here. We need to talk about what the hell is going on and what do we do to fix this
keeps
thing?
Going, because you know, those of us with experience know that you're going to pull a lot of threads, and it's not always the first one that's going to get you where you need to go. But when you do crack it, you crack it. And that person led us to the car, which led us to the name.
And another thing, if you are in this country and you're not thankful to be in this country, leave and go somewhere that you will be thankful to be. You'll be glad to be. And if there's nowhere on this entire planet you can find that you will be thankful to be there and glad to be there, maybe you're the problem.
Which led us to the photographs of that individual renting the car, which matched the clothing of our shooter here in Providence, that matched the satchel that we see here in Providence. He was found dead with a satchel with 2 firearms and evidence in the car that that matches exactly what we see at the scene here in Providence. And so I know that you and the public have questions about how we got from a place yesterday where all we could...
W Durf or nothing, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hell yeah. He's subbed up, dog. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. Let's go.
Share with you was a photograph of someone we wanted to talk to where we got to tonight. And so we got an state arrest warrant for murder today that was signed by a district court judge for this individual. There won't be a prosecution now, of course. But that affidavit is on our website.
He needs to clear his throat, bro. I can hear the loogie stuck in his throat.
And you will be able to see more and read more about how this investigation unfolded. I won't get you all the way there because there are some things that happened afterwards which led us to this suspect's body in New Hampshire. But it will, I think, tell you, give you a sense of the work that went into this by the line prosecutors and the line agents and detectives.
Guys, pretty soon we're going to go to Trump.
Provide these products.
We want to hear more about this declassification or reclassification of cannabis and see what the hell is going on with that. But we're going to see exactly what these guys did and how they goofed up and what they did. Let's see what they fixed, bro. Let's see what happened. So they found the guy dead with firearms that match the scene and all that kind of stuff. Well, good. We're happy about that. I mean, it was going on for a while and it was a disaster. But on another note, going back to what I said earlier, I think I'm going to do a reel on, like a whole short video on it where, I'm going to explain, dude, if you're in this country, think about this. I mean, we'll even narrow it down. If you're Muslim and you're in this country, go to another country that you like, that you're happy to be in. Don't terrorize us, bro. Don't try to convert us. Don't try to like do all this stuff. You gotta, dude, if you're gonna move and go to another country, go somewhere you're happy to be. Go somewhere that you want to be, that you actually enjoy, that you like to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. You know, be happy. Find a place that you're going to be happy, not somewhere where you're going to be annoyed as fuck. You're going to annoy us. And then now we're fed up, by the way. We're not going to just sit here anymore and let you fucking walk all over us. And it goes for anybody, to be honest. And I said that specifically, but dude, you could be Muslim. You could be anything. You could be from any other country. You could be whatever. I don't care. You know, you could be from any African country. You could be from some random tribe. You could be from some South American country. You could be from, I don't care where you're from. If you come all the way here and then you want to tell us that our country sucks, that USA sucks, get the hell out of here. Nobody needs you. Nobody needs you to do any jobs for us. We can do all the jobs ourselves just fine. And by the way, we're going to be number one in AI and robots and all this shit. So we're going to be able to have shit doing our jobs for us. We don't need nobody doing nothing, bro. We're good. We're good. We don't need you to do no jobs. We don't need nothing. By the way, you coming here being on welfare doesn't help anybody. It's not helping us. Doesn't help us, dude. Coming over here and being on welfare does nobody any justice. And we're done with it. We're done. And I'll also say this for people that are born here, dude. Dude, Adam, thank you, bro. Hell yeah. Adam Frazier just sent a gift membership to someone. Someone just got Tim Rolla. Looks like he's the one that received it, bro. W Adam Frazier and Tim Rolla's in the house, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for supporting me and the channel. Love you, dude. Thank you so much, dude. But dude, I'm just saying it goes for anybody, even people that are born here. If you're born here and your mind is mush and you can't figure out how to get your shit straight, and you're over here talking shit your whole life and you can't be happy for shit, pack your stuff and go to the country that everyone is telling you is better. And I'll say it again, if you can't find a country that you are happy to be in, maybe you're the problem. And you need to look inward, not outward. Look inward. Look in the mirror. Get packing, no slacking. Exactly, tomorrow. Exactly, dude. Exactly, Blake. Absolutely. When you move here, you are supposed to assimilate, bro. You're supposed to assimilate. Like, dude, what are we doing? Imagine, bro, imagine the balls, dude, that come to the greatest country on the planet, cut in front of everyone, come here illegally. There's some hair somewhere. I can't even see it. Come here illegally and then have the balls to tell us our country sucks and all this crap and find ways how to change our country and walk around like you know better than us? Bro, if that's the case, go do that somewhere where you learned it from that's better. I'm all for progress and improvement. I'm down. But dude, a little, appreciation, a little be a little bit thankful. Right? I love it, bro. He says, eat hot dogs and watch NASCAR. Do something. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, SRAN. Rancher, I love America and my president. The president, bro, our president is the great white hope. Let me hit the button for you.
The great white hope.
He's the great white hope.
The great white hope.
That's what it is. Mofo Show said to steal taxpayer dollars, bro. Exactly. Dude. Hell yeah, Adam. Welcome, dude. Glad to have you, big bro. Glad to have you, dude. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Hell yeah. Grateful for what? Grateful for the greatest country in the world. Grateful for a country that is innovative, a country that is free, a country that is giving you the American dream, the real American dream, where if you work hard and you be a good person and you treat people right and you do the right thing, you will be successful in this country more than any other country in the world. That's huge. Not the American dream that these new people have of coming over here and being on welfare. Not that American dream. The real American dream. That's what you can be grateful for. Someone in the chat's like, what are we going to be grateful for? Dude. And then Carol Radmacher says, you aren't white, dumbass. I never said I was white. What are you, by the way? Besides being a loser, what are you? Other than being a loser. And you're Captain America because you're a racist as Trump. Again, this is beautiful. I love it when people say Trump is racist. What did Trump ever do that was racist? Name one. Can't. Make America great forever, bro. That's it, bro. It's very simple. People want to make it a cult. No, it's just simple. Make America great again. Rep America, bro. Represent. We're here. We love America. I personally was born here. You may have been born here. You may not have been born here. You're one of us now. You're a citizen. You love the country. You represent America. We're here. We represent America. We are Americans. We're the ones that stand up for our country. It's what a lot of other countries right now are struggling to do. It's a lot of other countries are struggling to stand up for themselves. Han says, I'm white enough for everyone. There you go, bro. Hell yeah. America first, and we're going to represent America. And Random is right. The libtards are triggered, bro. Of course they're triggered, bro. Of course they're triggered. You tell them that they should love their country and they lose their minds. Imagine how retarded. Imagine how fucking dumb you are that telling you to appreciate the country you're in triggers you to lose your mind. Imagine that. Imagine, bro. Imagine we tell you, bro, if you're here, appreciate being here, love your country, and they lose their minds, bro. Grateful for what? Why should we be grateful? What the hell are you here for, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Nobody needs you. All this bullshit that liberals tell you, oh, who's going to pick the fruit and who's going to pick this and who's going to do the lowest level jobs and all this crap. They try to brainwash you and make you feel like immigrants are here to do low level jobs. Is that all you think about immigrants, is low level jobs for immigrants? We, the real representatives of real Americans, we see immigrants as, wow, some great people can come here, do some great things. But no, liberals want you to think, oh, we need them to come and pick fruit. Who's going to do it? You're not going to do it. So that we need someone to come and do it. No. Actually, no. 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 And somebody's talking about stolen land. We're not on no stolen land, bro. We're not on any stolen land, buddy. We took this land and we fought for it just like everyone fought for everything. Whose land was this before the land of that person, before the land of that person, before the land? If we go far back, we go back far enough, this is nobody's land. This is nobody's land. It's a land. And we fought for it. We took it. And actually, a lot of it we purchased. We made a deal. We go, hey, dude, I'll give you this, and you give me this. And that happened. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Facts. I know. ING on Instagram says, Rep America, I have been Iceland where I have dared to say I'm a Trump person. You should say you're a Trump person anywhere you are, any country. To be honest, that's why England is in a position where the people in the country are finally standing up against their crazy tyrannical government that's throwing them in jail for Facebook posts and Instagram posts. So, host, hi, you're white, then you, my relatives are darker. Hi, you're whiter than my, you didn't make sense. Sean Kearns, bro, what's up, man? Let me know what you're trying to say. Then my relatives are darker, you're whiter than, huh? Okay. Well, say it again, bro, so I can understand. Yes, of people, of things, but not land. MAGA is forever. America first, baby. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah. W. Jennifer, bro. That's what we're talking about. What Trump did that was racist, he said he didn't want NIG in his apartments. Nope, not true. Look it up. That is not true. Jonah Vex is right. UK is buried, bro. They're buried. Are you for gay right? Gays have rights. I don't have any problems with gay people. You can be gay. Yeah, I got no problem. Oh, as Sean repeated, he says, you're white because my relatives are darker than you. You're white because my relatives. What? You're white because my relatives are darker than you? Oh. So you have dark relatives and I'm considered white because I'm not that white. I'm pretty white. My mom is whiter than most white people. She's almost translucent. My ass is really white, like really white. If I don't get a tan, I'm white. Like I put my arm up, bro, I'm white. But it's not about that. It's, there's just a simple reality, guys. And you guys, here's another, it's going to trigger more people, but it's okay. There's some people in some parts of the world that throughout history and up until now, they just haven't been able to position themselves in the right places, in the right ways, and do the right things and go in the right directions to help themselves, to innovate, to grow, to get better, to become civilized. They're still fighting each other to the death over nothing. In a lot of countries. And then we import a lot of people we import the most people, period, of any country in the whole world. They come here to America. And they come from all over the place. And as a result can I get this camera bigger, bro? Will this even work? I don't even know. This might look funny, but here. Yeah, that does look funny. How about this? Okay, this is a little better. People come here from all over the world. They come to this country more than any other country in the whole world, period. Not even a question. Let me do a little zoom. Does this help if I do a little zoom out? Okay, that's better. They come to this country more than any other country in the world. They come from all over the world, all kind of places, all shapes and sizes. They come, and a lot of them are not a lot of them, like I said, they grew up in places where they're not innovating. They're not educated. They haven't been developed. They're not super civilized. They're not very Western. They're not very, a lot of them can't read. A lot of them haven't gone to school. It is what it is. You know what I mean? The question becomes, do we look away and not look at the facts, not look at the numbers? Or do we look at the numbers and say, hey, dude, these people coming from these areas are creating way more problems than these other people? Right? Like, would you let gangbangers into your house first or other people in your house first? Like, who would you, like, you're careful who you let in your house, right? Right? As you should be. And we should do the same thing. They go from warlord to the next warlord, and they create it here, bro. Look at what happened with Minnesota. They scammed us out of billions of dollars, bro. They came over here and scammed us out of billions of dollars. It keeps asking if I'm for gay rights. Oh, no, that's old. Never mind. That's old. My bad. Yeah, so yeah, I think we should be selective of who we bring in. And we got to be careful what we're doing, dude. We just got to, it's our country. We have to protect it. We have to do what's right for it to prosper. We have to do what's right to get good growth. We can grow, or we can do this new thing called democratic socialism and then invert it and go down. Or we could not, and we could grow. But why not be more selective, do the right things so that we can grow at a much higher pace, much faster pace? So just a couple of little things. I got more I want to talk about. Definitely this welfare thing. People coming in here and being on welfare, that's a load of shit. That's complete bullshit. That is, I mean, have a little respect for yourself. Coming into someone else's country and jumping onto their welfare and sucking the blood of the American taxpayer. Who do you think you are? Who exactly do you think you are, by the way? Who the hell do you think you are coming into our country to suck the blood of the American taxpayer? Should we be letting you in? If your American dream, who the hell do you think you are, where your American dream is to come into our country to use our welfare programs? That's not going to fly anymore. We're tired of it. We're done. We're done. We want people to come in here and be part of our economy, be productive, and like have the real American dream in their mind. That's what we want. That's what this is. And people that are coming in here on welfare are destroying it for the other people that are in here trying to have the American dream, the real dream. Work hard and you get successful. Work hard, treat people right, do the right thing, and you'll be successful. Exactly, Blake. Get a job. You'll be successful. Like we gotta, I mean, it's just, if more people are on the actual American dream and we stop allowing people to come in here that are on the other false American dream, on the bullshit American dream, if we have more people on the right one, it will be better for all the rest of us too. So we owe it not only to the country, but to ourselves and to the people that come in to get this this, train on the right track, get everything lined up, get everything dialed in. This is a load of shit, guys. This is crazy. People have lost their minds.
From the agencies that work so well together. So, as I said, it's with mixed emotions. It is unimaginable the pain that the parents and families of the deceased are feeling tonight and will feel.
Luther in the chat says, rich white people are the cause of poverty. You are ignorant. Well, actually, it's quite the opposite. If you have any brains, if you actually spend any time to research anything, if you actually look things up, you will see that it's the opposite. Here are some facts that you might be allergic to, but they're facts. You can look it up. You can AI, look it up on your chat, whatever you want. These are some cold, hard facts. The top 1% of our country pays for over 40% of all taxes in our country. The top 20% pay for 75% of all taxes of our country. Here's another crazy fact. You will be allergic to it. The top 50% of earners in our country pay for 97% of all taxes. 97% of all. I'm turning it back on, bro. I was waiting. All right, bro. I'll turn it back on. Here we go. Make them sub. I turned it on. The top 50% of all, the top 50% of income earners in our country pay for 97% of all taxes. Yeah. And then you guys want to walk around, the rich are doing this to me and they're doing that to me. And the rich people, oh my God, what am I going to do? The rich are holding me down. Their foot is on my neck. The rich are innovating and doing some amazing shit in this country and are creating moments for you to make a lot of money if you know how to capitalize on what everyone's doing. That's America. Everyone's moving, everyone's grooving, everyone's innovating. And you can either go work for them or you can create businesses around their businesses and make a lot of money if you have half a brain. If you don't let your brain go to mush by listening to these morons talk to you about, oh, racism. And, oh, no, there's this thing called racism and it's destroying our country. And, oh, no, they're holding you down. The rich people. Oh, we have to make the rich pay more taxes and all da, 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 da. No. The rich people actually pay all your taxes, by the way. Chuck it on, bro. What's up, man? The rich people pay. Oh, shit. Did you time out Eric? Is that the same Eric or a different Eric? Oh, did he? The rich people pay for all your taxes, first of all. So if you're talking about, oh, we need to tax the rich, you already do. They're already paying 97% of all taxes. The top 50% of our income earners in our country pay for 97% of all taxes. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Blake Coleman, man, he said it. I'm spitting facts, bro. And I know a lot of these dudes are allergic, and it's all good. We're used to it, dude. We're used to it. So, rich people, they need to pay more taxes. That's because Bernie Sanders said so. You got played, dog. You got played. You got smoked, bro. They rolled you up and smoked you. And you just a little bitch going along with the program. Little bitch going along with the program. That's exactly what's happening. The rest of America is living out the American dream, and we are innovating, we're moving and grooving and making money and doing all kinds of stuff. And if you're down with the program, you can do it too. Find ways to either work for someone that makes money or build a business around the businesses they built, or provide some kind of services or something, anything, make a product, whatever. WJ Cricket, bro, made the most money this year. Love that, bro. Oh, you're right. Beta, bro. I forgot the beta money. The beta button. Beta. A bunch of beta, bro. Beta male. A bunch of beta males, bro. Bunch of betas, bro. They let these feminist women turn them into beta males. These males, these men can't even make decisions for themselves anymore. They're fucking gone, bro. They're gone. They're toast. They're toast, bro. Now they hate Trump. They're beta males. And now we got the button for them too.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
That's how it works. Anyway, let's keep going. You know what, bro? They found the brown suspect. Do we need to watch this guy anymore?
Shortly before 9 o'clock tonight, the FBI SWAT team executed court-authorized search warrants at a storage unit facility in Hampshire Road in Salem, New Hampshire. This is where we located Claudio Neves Valente, the individual who we believe was responsible for the Brown shooting. The latest developments in an intense 5-day manhunt, and is a result of an incredible amount of work dedicated by the law enforcement team standing here before you tonight. Every single agency brought their unique skills and expertise to this investigation, and we're motivated by the victims and survivors of this horrific incident. Even though the suspect was found dead tonight, our work is not done. There are many questions that need to be.
Are you gonna give us like some substance, like why did he do it? What did he say when he did it? What is his background? All that stuff, or are we just sitting here playing with ourselves?
There's a lot of evidence that needs to be processed, and most importantly, the victims and their families deserve special care and consideration.
Here.
The FBI and
Obviously at the MIT, but I feel a respect to the. I can get Yeah, I'll start. I'll just tell you that a lot of the information and evidence that we ended up gathering linked us to a connection up in Massachusetts, but obviously at the MIT. But I feel a respect to the authorities in Mass as well as the FBI that's for them to comment. But I'll tell you that the groundwork that started in the city of Providence by our detectives, the detective division under the command of Major LaPayne, as well as the federal partners that we had in our room upstairs, and ATF, the FBI, led us to that connection. And so that was great work.
Will this FBI want to weigh
Not to talk shit or anything, but there was a lot of people connecting that.
in on that?
A lot of people connected that.
I think through that particular...
Eric says, sorry, bro, I just saw that. Eric says in the chat, Medi, here is a fact. Taxpayers pay for all Medicaid recipients, Congress members, and federal employees to get 75% discount on premiums, Medicare, and then have to pay top rate for insurance. Exactly. And I think the Republicans are going to do something about it. I'm hopeful that we're going to see something come out in the beginning of next year. And I will say, guys, as a man with no children, I'm paying $890 a month for insurance every month. Healthy, no problem. I have no issues. Nothing that there's no specific reason I have any need to go to any hospital or any doctor. $890 a month, dude. That's California for you. I don't know how it is for you guys, but it's nuts. Also, our gas here is still $5 or $6 a gallon.
You're talking about that case is being worked out of Massachusetts with the leadership of U.S. Attorney Leah Foley.
WJ Cricket, dude. One child and a single with one child, $200 a month. That's solid.
I believe that they're having a press conference today as well, where they'll reveal more to the general public at that time. I'd be remiss to start and kind of talk on this, to let them kind of have first dibs to kind of be the ones to tell the public about those particular links.
And your follow-up.
But your follow-up, sir.
As for the second person who came forward, what did that person tell you, and did that person know the shooter?
So yeah, obviously I had mentioned at the last press conference that it was a person that we wanted to speak with. The work of the video collections that we had led us to identify that there was a person that actually encountered this individual. So it corroborated everything that we saw. We saw a person of interest. We saw that there was a vehicle involved. When this person came in, broke the case in the sense that explained to us exactly what we thought we had seen and put that individual at the crime scene. Obviously, that was the break, because we knew we were in the right direction to ensure that we were going after this individual. Obviously, took his life.
Colonel.
Go ahead. Steve.
Thank you, Mayor. Did Mr. Valenti act alone, and is there an anti-Semitism component behind this, do you expect?
As far as we know, Steve, he acted alone.
And is there an anti-Semitism component to this?
No, that we know of, no.
John.
Colonel, what was the events that led to the storage facility? So was he pursued there? Did he know authorities were going after him? When was he last alive? Like, how did that play out?
So it plays out in the sense that I just stated, we collected all the evidence. We were able to learn that there was a rental vehicle. We learned about that vehicle. There was financial records that were verified by the FBI, obviously, and other agencies. I'm sorry, actually, so another agency, so multiple agencies that verified financial records that brought us to that site to know that he had actually rented a site at that.
Exactly, Cheryl. Millions of illegal invaders in California get free medical. This is why hospitals are going bankrupt and we're paying so much more. We're getting crushed out here in California.
Storage unit, and then we ended up in Salem.
In a follow-up,
Yeah.
when he did that, did he know authorities were coming, or did he just go and, like, how long had he been in that storage unit?
That we're not aware of, John, in the sense that all we knew is that we were on a manhunt, and that's what he led us to. So.
Amanda.
Oh, thanks. Chief, I have some questions for you about Claudio. So he graduated, he did graduate. He was at Brown more than 20 years ago. His last known address was in Miami, but now he's here at Brown University, potentially also at MIT. What do you know about what brought him up here?
There's going to be unknown answers that we have no answer as far as that. Obviously, came up here and committed this horrific incident and this tragedy, and that's all we knew. Our mission was to ensure that we could find him and bring him to justice, but yeah, no. At this point, correct.
And my follow-up is of the evidence that you've collected. Have you collected the handgun that you believe was used in the shooting? Have you collected any type of manifesto or evidence? Have you planned for shootings?
So as far as I know, that's the FBI evidence recovery team is up in Salem, New Hampshire, and they're collecting whatever evidence is up there. This happened just now as before we came up here.
Bill.
Any criminal history, political affiliations, any social media posts, anything of that sort that you can report to us about Mr. Valenti?
Nothing that I know of, Steve.
Behind him. Go ahead, white shirt.
Is there any indication that Mr. Valenti was planning any future attacks?
Nothing that we know of, no.
And the way back.
Special Agent Doc, can you also tell us if the connection, I know you said you can't talk too much about the MIT, but the fact that it was a physics professor at MIT and then the physics building.
I'm waiting to see if there's some more information on this guy, like motive and that kind of stuff.
He was studying physics Have you tied all that up, and does that leave, why target one person in Massachusetts and then a whole class here in Providence?
Yes, it is true that Mr. Valente was a physics student. Also, we know that the MIT, the victim there, was in that discipline as well. I will tell you that there's multiple phases to an investigation, and so now, in a sense that we know the subject is deceased. Now that investigation continues to find out all of those answers to your question, sir.
Did you go to school with Professor? Did you go to school with Professor who was killed? Can Brown answer that?
It is believed that in Lisbon that those two individuals attended the same university in Portugal.
You have a follow-up in the back.
Muy poquito.
Go for it.
Sorry, empiezo desde el principio.
I think there are other answers that are coming, but once we're able to identify them, thanks to that individual who came forward, who led us to a plate, which led us to a rental car, which led us to that he rented that car in his own name. That really broke the case open. But in terms of why Brown, I think that is a mystery. I think there may be something going on in Massachusetts that I'm not fully familiar with because we're working this angle, but I think the Massachusetts authorities may be able to share that. Yeah, I don't think we have any idea why now or why Brown, why these students, why this classroom. That is really unknown to us, and it may become clear. I hope that it does, but it hasn't as of right now.
Fox, go ahead. This is for the Colonel or the Attorney General. At 2:16, there was a surveillance video that showed the second person that apparently blew this case wide open, and also Mr. Valente. You see them disappear behind bushes. Was this second person following the shooter? Did he recognize him and confront him? What was that interaction like? And I have a follow-up.
That's a great question, and I'll be all explained in the affidavit that the general stated that will be released. But I'll give you a brief sort of explanation about that. The person that we wanted to speak with had an interaction with this individual earlier in the day, then observed them later at that time where you just stated, and decided that he was going to encounter him and asked him why he was inside Brown. At that point, the subject of interest, Neves, actually ran. He was caught up by our person that we wanted to speak with. There was sort of a conversation between the two of them, and Neves asked him, "Why are you harassing me?" And at that point, the person that broke the case walked away. And that information was critical to us because he was able to corroborate what our detectives were seeing on video, and he was able to provide a great explanation.
And my follow-up question
Yes.
is, why did it take a citizen to notice a suspicious person right next to Brown University and not the police? And also, how long was the vehicle parked where it was? And was it days, hours, minutes? What are we talking
It
about?
appeared to be days as far as the evidence. Why would a civilian observe that to be suspicious? It's a great point. And I like the fact that you're mentioning that I'm bringing that up. That's what we should all be doing, right? And it's just personality. Some people are more interested in finding out what others are doing. In this particular case, this person decided that he wanted to, and I'm glad he did.
Should the police be interested in that, not citizens? That's what I was
In the back. Now that the suspect, Attorney General, now that the suspect won't be prosecuted, can you explain what he yelled in the classroom to America tonight so people can feel a little more comfortable?
Sure.
Was it something, terrorist related? Was it something specific to the kids in that class?
Yeah.
What did he say? Can you now tell me?
Yeah, well, back to that question just for a minute, just to clarify that. They had a interaction in the bathroom in Barris and Holly. So, I don't know, the Providence Police is obviously not going to patrol Barris and Holly. That's a question, frankly, for Brown and their police department. So they had an interaction there, and then our citizen, followed him out because to him, as he explained it to us, this guy did not belong there. And so that's why he followed him out. In terms of what was said, I don't know any more today than what I told you yesterday, or the day before. There are some witnesses who said he said nothing. There are some that say he made a barking noise. Don't ask me. I don't know why. And that's it. There is no other spoken word beyond that we are aware of as we stand before you tonight. And we have spoken to everybody that we have been able to locate who's been inside that building.
Just to the special agent in charge, my follow-up question is, can you just be clear to the people in Massachusetts, and I know you said the people in Norfolk County investigated the mass, but you did say a few days ago that you talked to the colonel of the state police and said there was no connection between Brookline and what happened here in Rhode Island. But now you're saying there was a connection, so are you saying that he shot up Brown University, then 2 days later he was at this house in Brookline to shoot this MIT professor, and then he just drove up to Salem, New Hampshire for no reason? How did he get into a storage facility?
No, I think that's a great question. My actual statement was that we didn't see a connection at that time. But absolutely, I spoke to the colonel. Right now, that case is being resided over by U.S. Attorney Leah Foley. They're having a press conference at 10 o'clock tonight, I believe. I think at that time, they will speak to that particular case. I would be getting a little bit ahead of my skis if I spoke to that case without consultation with Leah Foley and her team, as we've been in the trenches working this up to the minute today, sir.
I guess 2 days ago you didn't know they were connected, now you're saying they appear to be.
Yes, and that's how cases often go. I would say at that time, when that question was asked of me, there was no indication of a link at that time. As we've talked throughout this week, these breadcrumbs develop, and we'll see what she has to say today at 10 p.m.
Yeah, if I could I just want to jump in here on that, please. I just want to jump in here on that because it's a good question. It's an important one. So just to put everyone's mind at ease who's listening now, he didn't just drive to some random storage area. We found records with the help of the FBI and others that was his storage area. So,
dude, it's like these guys, it's like their first day on the job. All these guys with the way they answer these questions.
He rented a car in Boston.
And then this guy's now jumping in. I think he may be able to explain something, but let's see, bro, if he can.
He drove it. We were able to find that car in New Hampshire. We were able to find evidence in the car from looking at it from the outside that connected this individual to our crime scene here in Rhode Island. We were able to find visual evidence of him inside that storage facility, which, in my judgment, matches him to the Massachusetts scene. So you'll hear more, as the special agent said, but there is no question that that was his storage unit, that he had a particular car, that we found that.
Anything done to address?
I have not personally heard concerns, but yeah.
Dan.
President Paxton, Dan J. from NBC 10. I want to go back to the question I asked you Saturday night when I first arrived on the scene. There were no cameras in this building. And law enforcement, some that are standing up behind you, have said if Brown had cameras in that part of the building, we would have gotten this guy. And it may have stopped this swirling action. Can you answer that question for me?
Well, I don't think we have said the locations of cameras at Brown.
But there's no cameras in that building because why would they take it from a rental car agency?
We have 1,200 cameras at Brown.
But not in that building.
We have some in that building. It's a large complex. And I think what you would see is the video evidence in this case, from my perspective, I'm not a law enforcement agent, has been incredibly helpful. The moving of the person around the neighborhood, those video images, they help crack this case. So I think video was important. And as the Attorney General explained at a recent press conference, this individual was not spending his time on the Brown campus. He came into a building on the edge of the campus. He left. He was in the neighborhoods.
A whole nother state came in and helped them out and solved their case for them.
The investigation focused on the neighborhoods. The video was there. And that was really, really instrumental in cracking the case. But you can ask them.
And this is my follow-up.
Ashes Rose.
You'd say at the podium. Yes, video played a big role in this case. The neighbor's video, the rental car video, but not the video from the building that he walked in freely both before when he got in a confrontation and when he came back in and decided to kill people. You didn't have cameras in that building. Just say it. So we can get this over it. And my next question is, will you put cameras in that building? Will there be more cameras in that building?
Yeah, you know, I think we need to look back. We'll look at everything that is done, but I do not think a lack of cameras in that building it had anything to do with what happened there. And
wow. They grilled. I forwarded to the good part. They grilled her on it, and the answers she gave, dude, that's horrible. Dude, these are the people running our universities. Brown University. These are the people. Students are paying all the big bucks to go to universities that are being run by these jokers. DEI losers.
We will go forward. Thank you.
Tom from the WPRO. Colonel Perez, I'm hearing from sources that the person that identified the shooter happened to be a homeless person that either lived around or inside that Barris and Holly building. Can you confirm more about this person for us? And then I have a follow-up for President Paxson.
Yeah, by the way, Random, I agree, bro. Where are the 1,200 cameras? I don't know if there's 1,200 cameras in that university, bro. But if there are, where the hell were the cameras on the ingress and egress of that building where this guy came and went?
I'll tell you there was a person that was pretty attentive about his surroundings. I'll tell you there was a person that was very cooperative and helpful to this investigation. And I'll tell you that he was a great individual that actually assisted us in getting us to this point where we're at. I'll tell you that.
Graduate?
He was, yes.
I have to say, he was incredibly articulate, and his testimony, had we needed it, would not only have been credible, it would have been persuasive. He was as outstanding a witness as I've seen, and he deserves a lot lot of credit. You know, recognizing there's a gunman on the loose.
Right here. Let's see what she says.
I know no criminal history that you know of. You were asked about possible mental illness following the shooting. When he was at Brown, did he have any grievances, disputes with anyone, any problems, any disciplinary issues, any problems at all that were documented?
Not that we know of at this point. I mean, again, these are very, very old records, you have to understand. We learned about this very recently. And I think going forward, as we want to learn more, we will cooperate with the investigation to give them the information they need.
Go ahead, in the white shirt. President.
Hi, Brittany, WCBD. This question is for Colonel Perez. You mentioned that cardio was the primary suspect.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this. Let's see what they said for this. This is not a long video.
The Innovation Center models are going to allow millions of Americans on Medicare to become eligible to receive CBD as early as April of next year, and at no charge.
CBD is not
if their doctors
cannabis,
recommend them. Thanks to the hard work of the entire CMS team, especially Abe Sutton and Gita Dio at the Innovation Center, the accountable care organizations in this country working in Medicare will be able to provide these products, again, at no cost to patients. Medicare Advantage insurers, and we've been calling them, are also agreeing to consider CBD to be used for the 34 million Americans that they cover. If you can hear my voice and you're over 65, you should pay attention to this executive order because it's going to touch your life. Again, this all becomes active after the first quarter of next year. These CBD products must first meet local and state quality and safety standards. They must come from legitimate sources, and they must abide by other regulations of those states. With these boxes checked, patients can be eligible for up to $500 of hemp-derived products each year. This is the first government-led testing of quality and outcomes for patients across different conditions, and it delivers on the need for more data collection and research into hemp usage. CMS is going to collect data, that's our job, on the patients that are being given these products by their physicians. And in accordance with all the privacy and security regulations, we're going to analyze that data. We're going to make it publicly available to everybody to be able to analyze with us. If it shows promise, we will expand access to these products to even more conditions amongst Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries. I want to thank not just the Secretary, but I'm Marty McCary. We want a lot of companies who are doing this research that approach the FDA for formal approval. That is the right way to move forward. And Jay Bhattacharya, who's hiding in the back, he rarely hides, but Jay runs NIH, and he's agreed to support initiatives to study the data that we're collecting. Howard Kester, God bless you for being a pain in our sides. Mr. President, he's promised to stop calling you. But on this issue, we'll call you on other issues. And I thank you again from the bottom of my heart for taking a difficult stance.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Mr. President, members of the Cabinet, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and for your leadership in rescheduling cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. This decision will accelerate scientific research and expand what can responsibly be studied. I'm a cancer psychiatrist and medical cannabis researcher at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Over the past decade, federal investment in research has helped transform cancer care. People are living longer than ever before. But cancer care is not only about treating the tumor, it's also about addressing the anxiety, the fear, the stress that can come with a diagnosis.
You guys are all aware of how cannabis helps cancer patients, right? Like that goes, I feel like that should go without saying by now.
Symptoms that can interfere with treatment and make recovery much more difficult. Many medications we use for acute anxiety carry significant risks, particularly in the
Not only for the reasons she said, but also one of the, I think the biggest one that she didn't mention is the appetite, because people that are on medication or that are doing, all the treatments for cancer lose their appetite, right? And so it helps with that.
older adults. That's why we're studying specific natural compounds found in cannabis, including the non-addictive cannabidiol, to understand whether they can safely and effectively help manage anxiety during cancer treatment. Rescheduling allows us to ask these questions rigorously about.
We might have to do some research on our own, just to double check some of these,
Dosing, about safety, and who may benefit most. This research reflects the best of federal investment, helping people not only live longer, but live better. Thank you, Mr. President, for supporting careful, science-based research that puts patients first.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Interesting. I didn't know about that, Ash Rose. Ash Rose in the chat says, my uncle is using it to help his heart right now. He uses it to help keep him calm until his surgery. Wow.
I'll add my vote of thanks, Mr. President. I never really thought this day would come. I met a patient about 20 years ago, a retired professor named Elizabeth, who came to my clinic. She was dying of pancreatic cancer. She asked me then
we need you
whether
researching, bro. We
cannabis
need to look
might
into
help
this
her.
stuff.
And I said no, because that's what I learned in medical school. She reached into her briefcase, took out a 3-inch tall stack of articles, put them down on my desk, and said, "Really, doctor? You should read these. You might learn something." And I did read those articles, every single one, and found a bunch more. And I did learn something. I learned that there actually is some medical benefit to cannabis that I had not anticipated, never heard about in medicine.
I work for thousands of others, and
not close our eyes to research and the opportunity that we are hearing from patients that for some of them, cannabis opens the door to actually be able to
She looks like and sounds like the type of immigrant that I'd be okay with.
accelerate the rate at which we can do research and discovery. And research is crucial in order for us to, for example, understand what may be and for whom the danger.
Liberals got you thinking we need immigrants to pick fruits, but we need immigrants to do good, other things. We don't look at immigrants as bottom feeders. We don't look at immigrants as fruit pickers. We look at immigrants as people that can be smart, come in and do good things in our country.
Of cannabis.
Here's one right here. How long ago do you think she came into our country? She just called it cannabis. Right? Random said it. Cannabis. Dude, I honestly didn't even see it like, dude, right? Am I right?
Yes, cannabis can be addictive. And certainly people, adolescents and children may be the most vulnerable. But we cannot close our eyes to research and the opportunity that we are hearing from patients that for some of them, cannabis can solve their problem. And so what we need to do is do research, number one, to understand what are those conditions. Number two, in order to be able to optimally learn how to use it. And to understand number
how
three.
Fresh do you think she is? 3 years? 5 years? My guess is 5. Yeah, 5.
Who is a danger.
Okay, 5.
And it is knowledge that will allow us to optimally benefit
Cannabis.
the benefits that may be behind cannabis, as research shows, but on the other hand, also enable us better to do prevention interventions to protect those that are most vulnerable. So thanks very much.
We should have done a game where you do research every time she says it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Doctor.
I know. We should get the cannabis. I should record that one, put it in. I want to mark this video, bro. Cannabis.
Something to say?
A danger. what we need to do is do research, number one, to understand what are those conditions. Number two, in order to be able to optimally learn how to use it. And to understand,
please.
I'm Nora Volkov. I'm Director National Institute on Drug Abuse. And for us, that rescheduling opens the door to actually be able to accelerate the rate at which we can do research and discovery. And research is crucial in order for us to, for example, understand what may be and for whom the dangers of cannabis. Yes, cannabis can be addictive.
It's good, bro. It's so good.
And certainly people, adolescents and children may be the most vulnerable.
Marijuana.
But we cannot
Yeah,
close
it
our
is.
eyes to research and the opportunity that we are hearing from patients that for some of them, cannabis can solve their problem. And so what we need to do is do research, number one, to understand what are those conditions. Number two, in order to be able to optimally learn how to use it. And to understand, number three, who is at danger. And it is knowledge that will allow us to optimally take the benefits that may be behind cannabis, as research shows, but on the other hand, also enable us better to do prevention interventions to protect those that are most vulnerable. So thanks very much.
Great job. Thank you very
I
much.
love
Thank you,
it. I'm
Doctor.
gonna cut. I'm gonna
Bobby,
cut
you have
that and
something
get
to
that in
say?
there.
I'll just echo, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for your leadership and vision, and finally getting to closure
Let's
on
go
this
to Trump.
issue. To the Democrats, very little money to Republicans, too much.
But right now, Americans are signing up for these programs, despite all the things that have been going on. 2.8% is a tiny fraction of what many had
Marijuana.
claimed would happen. And I think it speaks to the fact the American people appreciate these ACA plans are already subsidized over 80%. So it's a good deal, even if you don't get the extra 15, 20%.
Love
It's a
RFK,
great,
but we had to forward it.
It's a great solution to
And I
much
won't even
better
say it. You
health
already
care
know why, bro.
at a much lower cost. Yeah, please.
But do you want Congress to extend these ACA subsidies?
Well, I'd like not to be able to do it. I'd like to get right into this and not ask Oz this question in particular, but I'd like to see us get right into this. I don't know why we have to extend. This could be done rapidly if the Democrats would come along. We have a problem. The insurance companies own the Democrat Party. They own it. And the Democrats having a hard time. They give a lot of money to the Democrats. Very little money to Republicans, by the way. A lot of money to Democrats. And they're going to have to decide, do they want to do the right thing or do they want to be beholden to the, insurance companies? They're making a fortune. I want the money to go to the people. Go ahead, Oz. How would you say that?
Oh no, does Paul have TDS?
I agree
Do
with
we need to hit the sound button for him?
President. We have some ideas out there. Congress is working through some concepts. But I just want to emphasize that the ACAs are not imploding based on the data we just
Paul, what are your thoughts on Trump?
received from the federal marketplace.
This can go very quickly, actually. Yes, please.
Mr. President, can I ask you, clarify something for me on the Federal Reserve? How many people are you interviewing for the Fed chairman, and what did you think of Chris Waller?
I think he's great. I mean, he's been a man who's been there a long time, somebody that I was
That's right,
very
baby. The
involved
Great White
with,
Hope, baby.
sense of his career, and
The
he's
Great
a
White
fantastic
Hope.
man. I met him yesterday. Again.
The Great White Hope.
We're talking to 3 or 4. I think every one of them would be a good choice, honestly.
So Michelle Bowman?
We'll be making a decision pretty
Is
quick.
Michelle Bowman on that list too? Are you going to interview her?
She's fantastic.
Optimally. Cannabis smoked optimally.
She's a fantastic person.
Paul, you are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you're a beta male.
Thank you, Mr. President. Some GOP lawmakers have written to you in recent days saying they're concerned this executive order could normalize drug use for youth. How would you respond to them?
You're talking about this particular today? Well, I think I'd let one of the doctors respond to it because they can do it a lot better than me. But I can only tell you that when you see polls of 82% of the people want this, when I have friends that are really, really sick and they've gone through, I guess you could say, unfortunately, I don't want to become.
Trump is your daddy, bro. He's here to tell the liberals to go clean up their rooms. Playtime is over. You made a mess.
Too involved in it because I don't want it happening. But these are people that really know what's going on. Very smart people. This is one of the most
Daddy is home from work and it's time to clean your room, bro. Clean it out.
successful people in the country and a very brilliant guy. And when they go through this horrible ordeal of cancer or other things, and they realize that this is something that makes them feel better without all of the side effects of some of the drugs where you're just totally knocked out and out of it. But I'd like to have one of the doctors maybe respond, because you people do it better than anybody.
I'm happy to respond.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, here
and
we
my
go.
answer is we have had.
She's happy to respond, bro. This, guys, can you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree? These are the kind of immigrants we want, right? Doing research for cannabis, how to optimally smoke it.
Cannabis scheduled for how long? And it hasn't brought back neither the adolescents nor the adults. We have 20 million people in the United States with a cannabis use disorder. This is not legalizing it. It's making easier to do research so that we can use it when it is indicated and optimally.
Did she just say optimally again? Hold on.
Use it when it is indicated and optimally.
She did. She said it
So
again.
it's also-
When it is indicated and optimally.
So it's also a big part of this is research. In other words, you'll now have a much larger sample, and you'll be able to see if it's as good as many people say it is. I mean, people.
That's the soundbite, bro. That's the soundbite. Optimally, I gotta figure out a way to put a cannabis smoked optimally. 1808 is the time stamp on that. 1808. 1808. Damn, bro. We should have on this clip, but well, it's a different one. Random is doing research.
People
Cannabis
say it
research.
is beyond good, and you'll be able to find that out.
I think every time she says cannabis or optimally, Random is doing cannabis research. And I think he's doing optimally.
On housing, you talked in your address last night about housing.
Yeah.
Are you still considering a national emergency over housing?
I'm looking at it.
What would
yeah,
that look
I'm
like?
looking
What would
at
that
it.
mobilize?
You know, there's two thoughts on housing. You have a lot of people have housing that because we have such a strong time and such a strong market, their houses are very valuable. It's a big part of their net worth, their house. I don't want to knock those numbers down because I want them to continue to have a big value for the house. At the same time, I want to make it possible for young people out there and other people to buy housing. In a way, they're at conflict. In other words, you create a lot of housing all of a sudden and it drives the housing prices down. So I want to take care of the people that have houses that have a value to the house that they never thought possible, that have sort of made them wealthy and happy, and especially in their later years.
Thank
Be
you,
careful
boo-boo.
with that. I want to keep them up. At the same time, I want to make it possible for people to go buy houses. Daniel, please.
Mr. President, you announced the Warriors dividend last night in your prime
See
time
you,
speech.
Jennifer.
Very patriotic, very generous. What was the rationale and the thought process? How'd you come up with the idea? What made you want to give back?
Guys, I'm going to call it a night too. It's 10 p.m. in Southern California. It was a good one. We figured out how to research cannabis optimally together. It was a wonderful time. I went off on a couple of things. I triggered some liberals early on. That was a good time too. We got to see the Great White Hope. That's right, baby. We got to see him. Our famous Persians for Trump dude surfaced today. That dude came out. Random made that little guy. So we're happy for that. And Aquariums shows up late again. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's building planes or something, bro. He's doing something out there. Hopefully everything's going well. Hopefully all your stuff that you're dealing with is good too, bro, on your end. But bro, if you want to hear me go off, bro, go to take it to the beginning where if you scrub back, you'll see a part where it becomes just me in the frame. And on that part, bro, and that part and before that, I go a little nuts. I trigger some people, bro. So check that out. It's a good time. You'll see the chat gets a little lively. Oh yeah, aquariums. Aquariums. Another thing. First of all, we let the chat be anyone. Random was like, dude, let's just make anyone be able to chat. I was like, all right. So we did it, and it went nuts. He got buried, bro. He's like, no, turn it back on. Dude, it was a whole thing. Another thing, random. Check this out, bro. Check this out. First, not random. Aquariums. First of all, the new hats are in. Hell yeah, MP. Hell yeah. Randall was loving it, bro, but then it became too much. But dude, the new hats are in. And then the new hat, I got the blacked out, the you could see it here on this screen. Wait, does this work if I do this? So we got the Rep America in the MAGA colors. Okay. Dark MAGA and the red. And then we got this one here, bro, with the red flag. So all red flag, bro. It's pretty sweet. So there's that. Okay. And MP Rich P. I hope, bro. I hope we see it. Freedom in Iran, man. I hope so. But dude, also aquariums. Check this out. I got my aquariums set up with cameras on them. So I put cameras on my aquariums, and here is the first one. And you see the baby guppy, which is Sherby's food. Let me bug Sherby. He's out here like relaxing. Look at him. Let me bug him. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Come on. So there's Sherby. And you can see his tank. And then I got this angle right here. This is the guppy tank, the planted guppy tank. You cats, dude, you're late, bro. You're late. I made it easier to show Sherby and the guppy tank, and I did a little zoom in. I was able to set memory to this camera so it'll like zoom in and it'll do different things. So now you can see the babies. These guys are just having babies like crazy, bro. We got generations of babies in there, and those guys are Sherby's food for now. Sherby's got to eat, bro. And I'd rather have Sherby get real, actual live food. So those guys are doing good for him. Let me see if I can zoom in on his ass. There he is. And I think this thing has a tracker. So there's AI tracking. I just put a tracker on. Let's see if the camera tracks him. Oh, no, it doesn't track him, bro. Oh, why is it off? Oh, no. And now it's not playing games. Not playing ball with me. Come on. Let's put a tracker on him. Let's see if it we're gonna see, baby. We're gonna see if it tracks Sherby. Okay, dinner's ready, guys. Miss Medication's called. Does it track them? Does it track them? No, don't track them. All right, and then I got this one, bro. I got this right here. So we got Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan podcast smoking a spliff. Yeah, live brine shrimp would be great, bro. I gotta do that. I just, you know how I am, man. But we got baby guppies, bro. I think baby guppies are better, right? Look at these baby guppies in here, bro. There's a ton of baby guppies, man, and I can't raise them all. And that's not enough tank for all those guppies to get bigger. He's got to do something with that, right? And then we got these guys. We got the hats. So we got all that, bro. We're chilling. A few upgrades here and there. We got new hats, bro. We got the red, the black, and then this navy blue with the all red again. So excited for all that, man. Been working on this stuff for a little while, and this is all made in America. These hats, these are the same hats as the Trump hats, the exact same manufacturer, same everything. You see that? You see this right here? Look at this. Can you read what that says right there? Look at that. Made in USA. And then right here, bro. Look at that. So they're made right here, bro, in USA. So super happy about it. Super stoked. Very excited. I'll get those on the site probably tomorrow. But guys, thanks for joining. I'm going to put the outro video, and then I'll turn it off in like 5 minutes. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
We have a president who actually fulfilled the promises he made during the campaign, securing the border to foreign policy.
He now has a record as president that's pretty damn impressive.
We are all Charlie Kirk!
Why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came in on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
In that same year, you had the left side destroying Teslas, destroying Tesla buildings, committing violence.
And they used the auto pen and everything. He didn't approve this up. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom.
Rid of racism and stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
Military person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.